Stories. Tonight, I want to talk to you about something very important. It is about why you should listen to stories in English. This is a long speech, but I hope you find it interesting and helpful. So, let's begin. Listening to stories in English is like opening a door to a new world. When you listen to a story, you enter a world full of imagination and adventure. This world can be anything you want it to be. It can be a world of magic, a world of mystery, or a world of fun. Listening to stories in English makes this world even more special. One reason to listen to stories in English is to learn the language. English is spoken by many people around the world. When you listen to stories in English, you hear how words are pronounced. You learn new words and phrases. You understand how sentences are formed. This helps you to speak better English. It helps you to write better English. It makes you more confident in using the language. Another reason is to improve your listening skills. Listening is a very important skill. When you listen to a story, you need to pay attention. You need to focus on what is being said. This helps you to understand the story better. It also helps you to understand other people better when they speak English. Good listening skills are important in many situations. They are important at school, at work, and in everyday life. Listening to stories in English also helps you to learn about different cultures. Stories often reflect the culture they come from. They tell us about the customs, traditions, and values of the people in that culture. By listening to stories in English, you learn about the culture of English-speaking countries. You learn about their history, their way of life, and their way of thinking. This makes you more open-minded. It makes you more understanding of other people. Listening to stories in English can also be very entertaining. Stories are a great source of entertainment. They can make you laugh. They can make you cry. They can make you feel excited or scared. A good story can take you on a roller coaster of emotions. It can keep you on the edge of your seat. It can make you want to know what happens next. Listening to stories in English can be a lot of fun. Stories in English can also be very inspiring. They can motivate you to do great things. They can teach you valuable lessons. They can show you the importance of kindness, courage, and determination. They can inspire you to be a better person. Listening to inspiring stories in English can have a positive impact on your life. Listening to stories in English can also help you to relax. After a long day, it can be very soothing to listen to a story. It can help you to unwind. It can help you to forget about your worries. A good story can transport you to a different place. It can make you feel calm and peaceful. Listening to stories in English can be a great way to relax and de-stress. Another benefit of listening to stories in English is that it can improve your imagination. Stories often take us to fantastical worlds. They introduce us to magical creatures and extraordinary events. They make us think about things that are beyond the ordinary. This stimulates our imagination. It makes us more creative. It makes us think in new and different ways. Listening to stories in English can spark your imagination. Listening to stories in English can also improve your memory. When you listen to a story, you need to remember the characters, the plot, and the details. This exercises your brain. It improves your memory. It helps you to remember things better. Listening to stories in English can make your brain stronger and sharper. Listening to stories in English can also help you to develop empathy. Stories often put us in the shoes of the characters. They make us feel what the characters are feeling. They make us understand their joys and sorrows, their hopes and fears. This helps us to develop empathy. It makes us more understanding and compassionate. Listening to stories in English can make you a more empathetic person. Listening to stories in English can also be a great way to spend time with others. You can listen to stories with your family and friends. You can discuss the stories and share your thoughts. This can bring you closer to each other. It can create a bond between you. Listening to stories in English can be a great social activity. Lastly, listening to stories in English can help you to achieve your goals. Many of you may have dreams and goals that require good English skills. You may want to study abroad. You may want to get a good job. You may want to travel the world. Listening to stories in English can help you to achieve these goals. It can improve your English skills. It can give you the confidence to pursue your dreams. In conclusion, there are many reasons why you should listen to stories in English. It helps you to learn the language. It improves your listening skills. It teaches you about different cultures. It entertains you. It inspires you. It helps you to relax. It stimulates your imagination. It improves your memory. It develops your empathy. It brings you closer to others. And it helps you to achieve your goals. So tonight, as you lie in bed, I encourage you to listen to a story in English. Let the story take you to a new world. Let it teach you. Let it entertain you. Let it inspire you. Let it help you to relax and fall asleep. Tonight, I want to tell you a story. It is a story about listening. It is also a story about the English language. This story has a mystery. This story has a secret. Listen carefully. Once upon a time, in a small village, there was a young boy named Tom. Tom loved to play. He loved to explore. One day, Tom heard a strange sound. It was a soft, whispering sound. It was a sound he had never heard before. Tom was curious. He wanted to know where the sound came from. He decided to follow the sound. The sound led him to the edge of the forest. The forest was dark and quiet. Tom felt a little scared, but he was also excited. Tom took a deep breath. He stepped into the forest. As he walked, the sound became louder. It was still soft, but now he could hear it clearly. It was speaking in English. Tom knew a little English, but not much. He had to listen very carefully. The sound said, "Listen to me, Tom." "I have something important to tell you." Tom stopped. He listened very carefully. The sound continued, "You must learn to listen in English. It is very important. It will help you in many ways." Tom was puzzled. He asked, "Why is it important? Why do I need to listen in English?" The sound replied, "English is a language spoken by many people around the world. If you listen in English, you can understand many things. You can learn new things. You can talk to people from other places." Tom thought about this. He realized the sound was right. He needed to listen in English. He needed to learn more. The sound then said, "Tom, listening in English will open many doors for you. You will discover new worlds. You will make new friends. Tom felt a sense of wonder. He wanted to learn more. He wanted to listen more. The sound became softer and softer. It was almost like a lullaby. Tom felt calm. He felt peaceful. As Tom walked back to the village, he thought about what the sound had said. He decided to practice listening in English every day. He wanted to be ready for any new adventures. He wanted to understand the world better. From that day on, Tom listened in English every day. He listened to stories. He listened to songs. He listened to people talking. He learned many new things. He made new friends. He felt happy and proud. Tom's story teaches us that listening is very important, especially listening in English. It helps us understand. It helps us learn. It helps us connect with others. As you lie in bed tonight, remember Tom's story. Remember to listen. Listen to the sounds around you. Listen to the whispers in the night. Let the soft sounds help you sleep. Let them guide you to a peaceful dream. Tom's journey was just beginning. The days in the village were filled with new sounds and voices. Each day, Tom woke up with a sense of purpose. He was eager to listen and learn. One sunny morning, Tom met an old traveler named Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown spoke many languages, but he loved English the most. He told Tom, English is like a bridge. It connects people from different places. It helps us share stories and ideas. Tom was fascinated. He asked Mr. Brown, "Can you teach me more about listening in English, Mr.?" Brown smiled and said, "Of course, Tom. The first step is to be patient. When you listen, you must give your full attention. Let the words flow into your mind." Tom nodded. He tried to listen carefully to everything Mr. Brown said. Mr. Brown's words were like music. They were clear and gentle. Tom felt like he was in a magical world where every word had a special meaning. One evening, Mr. Brown told Tom a story. It was about a girl named Lily who lived in a faraway land. Lily loved to read books in English. She listened to English stories every night before bed. One night, she heard a voice in her dreams. The voice said, "Lily, you are learning the language of the world. Keep listening, and you will find many treasures." Lily woke up feeling excited. She listened more and more. She learned about different cultures and traditions. She made friends from different countries. She traveled to new places, all because she listened in English. Tom was inspired by Lily's story. He wanted to be like her. He wanted to find treasures in words and sounds. He thanked Mr. Brown and promised to practice listening every day. Weeks passed, and Tom's listening skills improved. He could understand more English words. He could follow conversations. He even started to dream in English. One night, Tom had a special dream. He was in a beautiful garden filled with flowers. The flowers whispered in English. They said, "Tom, you are doing well. Keep listening. Keep learning. The world is full of wonders waiting for you." Tom woke up with a smile. He felt a deep sense of peace. He knew that listening in English was opening new doors for him. He could feel the world getting bigger and brighter. One day, Tom's village had a visitor from a faraway country. Her name was Anna. She spoke English, but she didn't know Tom's language. Tom was excited to meet her. He greeted her with a smile and said, "Hello, my name is Tom." Anna smiled back and replied, "Hello, Tom. It is nice to meet you." They talked for hours. Tom listened carefully to Anna's stories about her homeland. He learned about her family, her culture, and her dreams. They became good friends. Tom realized that listening in English helped him connect with people. It helped him understand their stories and their hearts. He felt grateful for the mysterious sound that led him on this journey. As the moon rose high in the sky, Tom lay in his bed, thinking about his day. He felt calm and happy. He closed his eyes and listened to the night sounds. The gentle breeze, the rustling leaves, the distant owl's hoot, they all whispered softly in his ears. Tom drifted into a peaceful sleep, dreaming of new adventures, new friends, and the endless wonders of the world, all because he learned to listen in English. Good night, dear listener. May your dreams be filled with the same magic and wonder. And always remember, the world is full of beautiful sounds and stories waiting for you to listen.